Hello, 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 hello. Let's see who is around to join us and jump in. I'm super excited for this. I've just got back from seeing my nan. Bless her little cotton socks. And obviously jumping in here. It's so annoying in this group. I can't invite people to watch the live, which is really quite infuriating. So I'm just going to message... I'm going to put that on silent, number one. I'm just going to message a few of you in the group and get you guys in there. Let's do this. Where are you, Lyna, my gorgeous friend? I just need to go on my laptop for a sec, girls. In the warrior group. Just gonna wait and see where you guys are, babe. Warrior group. So annoying that I can't invite people into this group. Really, really frustrating. Hello, 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 hello. Let's see who is around. Hey, Lyna, beautiful girl. I'm going to invite you in a sec. For some weird reason, I don't know if that's the button. Right, what I'm going to do, Lyna, I'm just going to invite you in, babe. Bring Lyna on camera. Have chats. Hopefully this is going to work today. Sometimes Facebook Live decides to have a bit of a funny 5 minutes. For some reason, Lyna can't be added right now, which is a bit annoying. Oh, here you are. Hello, babe. How are you, darling?
Bit in my wig. I think it's all right.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm just pinging some of the girls.
That's all right.
In the group. Before I introduce you, I want to get some of the girls in the group before we go. Warrior group, if you're up, babes. I've got some people in Vegas. Wow. Yeah. So it's we've got a really, really cool group that are gunning at the moment. But I just wanted them to have a little bit of Lyna loving, you know?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Please, can you all jump on? I don't know what's happened. I don't know what I've done with this group, but it doesn't notify people when I'm going live in here. It's really odd. All the others do.
Yeah. Don't they have to turn on their notifications? Or it's got nothing
well,
to do
I don't
with...
know if it's because I've got this as a secret group, babe.
Oh, okay. It could be.
Maybe I'll have to change the settings on the group. The thing is, I get so many people trying to add themselves to my groups. I don't know if you get that, babe, but I get so many people just trying to add to my groups. And unfortunately, because I give some access to some of my girls, people are just approving them. And I'm like, fuck no, these people can't be in there, you know, particularly this group.
I go through my group every week and delete random people who aren't even in the team.
Exactly.
So just inviting their friends in the group.
Exactly. And it's something that we need to keep on top of, isn't it? Hey, Sarah, babe, thanks for jumping on. I'm just trying to get... Donna's saying that she can't see the live. Some people are saying that they can't see the live, which is really, really odd. But we'll just see, because I want them to get you, Lyna, before we give an introduction as to who you are and your wonderful self. Sarah and a few others for your what? Okie dokie. Let's see. I guess people will just have to watch it back because I don't want to waste too much of your time, babe. So it would be me.
All right.
Are you sure? Let me just ping a few of these then. Let me just do this real quick. You jump on the Warriors, please. Warrior group. Right, I am. Right, Hannah's on. That's cool. I'm just trying to. Who else am I trying to find? Hey, Hannah, babes, give me 1 sec, darling. This is Lyna. I'm just trying to round up a few of the girls. For some weird reason, it's not notifying that I'm live in this group. So I'm just firing out a few messages to people to let them.
I'm going to change the time. I'm sure a lot of people just.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, babe. Oh, shit. I don't want that on. Turn that off. And we're on now. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess about, in it, when you do that shit. But anyway, I think let's get started anyway, babe, because I'm really respectful of your time. Thank you so much for offering to do this, number one, babe. You're an absolute legend. So first things first, what I would love to do is for you to just give a couple of minute introduction into who you are, how long you've been with Juice Plus, why you started this journey, and then we're going to get deep and talk NMD, right?
Sure.
Thanks, babes.
So obviously I'm Lyna. I've been with.
Are you in bed?
Do you know what? I've just got out of bed. I'm like in my pajamas. I just threw on my wig. Thankfully, I've got makeup on for some weird reason. I'm not going nowhere, but I always have my makeup on ready for like a selfie when I'm like, oh, what do I post? Take a selfie. So yeah, there's a tip. But I've been in the company now for 3 years. And I joined the business to make money, guys, really and truly. I joined because I was struggling financially, the usual, single mom, working, studying, trying to juggle everything to not be a statistic. But I was overwhelmed. So I came across the products and I came across the business, and I really wanted to just make money, is the reality of the situation.
Cool. That's nice and honest. I love that, because actually a lot of time people are just like, oh yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that, and actually they're not true to their value. Like for me, I joined because I wanted to help people, but that's why I make that my first thing. The fact that you wanted to earn money, which is why you've gone on and earning an insane amount of money, which is amazing, and I'm really happy for you, babe. One thing that I know the team, obviously, because my team at the moment in the UK, because my upline is in Australia, I'm obviously the highest level in the team. What would you say to people in my squad that are basically thinking, I could never go above Lucy? Because I know that you've got people that are in your downline that have leapfrogged you. So what would you say about that, babe?
It's your business is the first thing that I would say. It's not Lucy's business that you are. Yes, you're part of maybe her downline, her organization, but this is your business to run with. And that's something that I encourage all of my girls from the beginning, is don't look at me as the top. You are the top. You are as far as you want to set your standards. So the one thing I would say is definitely overtake. This is the first business I've ever been in where it's encouraged, it's celebrated for someone to go above you. In a typical job, it's a competition. I've had 4 of my girls overtake me and get to NMD and above way before me, I think 2 years ago. And I've actually got one of my first team members who's going for PMD, and I've just hit NMD. And that's something that I'm very, very proud of, and I've encouraged her to do that over the years. If your work ethic is crazy and you want to overtake her, you need to go for that. I remember when I joined, and she's not my direct upline, but my next upline, I said to Sinead Kavanagh, you've just hit Millionaires Club, I'm coming for you. I was like, what?
I love that
I was
mindset.
like, are you fucking crazy? I'm coming for you. I was like, I don't care how long it takes. I will hit Millionaires Club, but I will triple, quadruple whatever you have achieved. And she was like, go for it. So you need to have your own goals. You need to have your own standards. You need to have your own vision. It's so, so important. And a lot of my girls are off living out their mission, living out their visions. They've created their own movements. And I'm not saying they're not a part of me still. We're still really good friends and we still work together. It's just something that I think is really important. Rebecca,
Rebecca, I love you. I love you so much. But babe, it's possible. It's possible,
yeah,
right? Honestly.
It's really, the worst thing you could do is sometimes look at your upline as like the Messiah, like the beginning and end of, or because you limit yourself in a way, because you've now made them this you know, this magical
unachievable as well.
It's unachievable. You're making them unachievable. They're just a normal human being. And you know, that needs to motivate you and encourage you, maybe not that inspire you to get there yourself, if not above. So that's something that I encourage a lot of my girls is, I want you to go out there and I need you to fly. I need you to overtake me, and I need you to encourage your own team members to find their vision, find their passion, and really push forward. So I really encourage that.
Yeah, so you've actually led right on to my next question, right? What is your tips? Because a lot of my team that are new people that have come in, they haven't gone off and shared the vision yet, i.e. they haven't started creating their own team. What is your top tip for that, babe? Because you've hit the nail on the head. You know, it's much easier doing this in a group, right? It's much easier linking arms and running. And I did some training a few weeks ago. Funnily enough, the information you sent me is the 5. Go out and speak to 5 and get them to speak to 5. So what's your top tip for replicating that in your business, babe?
I mean, the first thing I would say is you really need to get running straight away. There's a reason why nobody can join this business unless someone else brings them in. It's a team effort. So you need to give somebody else that opportunity, is how I look at it. And you need to think to yourself, in order to get to, I don't know if you guys have your own, obviously, vision boards, you've got your goals. In order to achieve your own things, you need to be helping other people climb up. And hence what Lucy's doing, encouraging all of you guys to really overdo yourself and reach your full potential. So you have to grow your team. That's just the reality of it. Is you need to grow your team, and you need to think about, like, right now you have to think, for example, I said to my girls yesterday on a Zoom call, who were like, oh, I need help with team building, you know, can you help me? And I said, no problem. And I said to them, right, so when you get a team, what are you going to do with them? And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what kind of leader do you want to be? What kind of team do you want to have? Are you doing those things now before you're bringing people in? You know, you have to step into that beforehand in order for people to be attracted to you. So I've carried myself as a PMD since like a month into the business. And when I hit NMD, a lot of people were like, I thought you were PMD. You know, like, I thought,
I love that.
When you hit NMD age, do you know what I mean? And it's like, no. And people are quite actually really, really, really surprised. I'm getting a lot of messages of confusion, like, oh my God, you've only just hit NMD. But I'm quite proud of that, because I've branded myself. I've branded myself to that level.
Gorgeous.
So what I would say is you really need to think about those things very early on. I'm not saying it has to be the same for you, but I left my uplines team group at SDD.
Love that.
I left it, but I went off and created my own team group.
I did mine from before I got my DD, because I had no choice. So love that. Love yours, that, Lyna.
Yeah, yours is so tricky.
Love that completely.
Well, go and look then. Why would you come all the way up here above all the other adults to come
Bless
and
him.
But yeah, no.
Bless him, he's gorgeous.
Vision. I knew how I wanted to run my team. I knew the information I had there. I had no team. I just set it up already. So what I would say is you need to get independent from quite early on in terms of, where do you see yourself? I mean, you can sit there and be like, oh, I really want to be QNMD and I really want that bonus. What kind of person are you going to be as a QNMD? Because who you are now is not who you're going to be at QNMD. So start living that as that person.
It's funny. It's really funny that you say that, Lyna, because I got my upline, Hannah, I think she's on here now. She actually said to me when I went to conference in Melbourne, it'll be 2 years in June, I sat there and she said to me, I'll follow this chap called John Holowati. He'll probably inspire you. I watched one video of his and I was like, I'm after your fucking job, mate. And I literally, and why have I created what I've created? Because I'm after his fucking job, you know? And it's funny, I sat there and I said to Simon Mitchell a few months ago, I said, you know, that training session that John did, mine's going to be double the size. And he was like, if there's anyone that's going to do it, it's going to be you. And that is how I've been able to do it, because in my brain, I have already got the fact that I'm there. You know, we're very blessed in the sense that the Rebel movement can be anything. You know, it's not like we're sassy business babes or anything like that, which is very specific to people. But I really, really agree with you. You need to find your niche and go do it. Rebecca's just asked a quick question. Do you believe in groups, and do you have a business page?
Groups in terms of like free groups and things like that. Is that what you mean?
I think she probably means building, like using a group as a strategy. So let me put it in perspective for you. One of my girls has built an amazing business using a group as a strategy. And I talk to people saying that there's loads of different strategies you can use. It could be face-to-face, could be social media, could be your personal page, could be groups, could be like whatever. And I think what she's saying is, I guess a question better would be placed of how have you created your NMD business, babe? What's your strategy?
First, for me personally, I've never used groups. Not that I don't believe in them. It's not for me. I've tried it a couple of times.
Love that.
I couldn't put my energy across the way that I want to. Business pages, I have tried them. And yes, I found them very tricky. Could not maintain it. I think I ended up with like 10 because I would just rechange it, change the name, change what I want it to be. I tried the very, you know, the brandy look of just brands. Like I branded myself and you could never see my face, and it was all just images and things like that. I've done that approach and it just did not work for me. I got like orders, maybe a few teamies. However, I wasn't comfortable with that. So for me, I've always just used my actual Facebook profile.
Love that.
I've created a new one. I've never done anything. I literally just worked with what I had, and I'm comfortable being myself on my page. I feel like my energy comes out better on my page.
Love that.
I build relationships. I am very me. You're welcome to go and snoop on my page. It's in your face,
I loved your post yesterday. It was the best thing I've ever seen, and I'm going to share it in my team page. I loved it. And do you know what? It's really funny. I actually might tweak it and copy it because it's absolutely incredible. I love it so much. It's sassy as fuck.
I've got 2 orders from that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I literally got
Doesn't surprise me, babe, because I saw that and I was like, I love your balls. I love the fact that you've got balls and you're sassy enough to just be like, hey, yeah, this is me. You know, love that. And also, babe,
I think that's important. I think that's it.
Yeah, I didn't know what strategy that you'd used to build your NMD business, but I'm really pleased that you have used your personal page. Because one person that's okay, darling. One person in my team has been successful building a business using a group, and everybody thinks they have to do that. So I love the fact, because I build on my personal page. You know, yes, I've got a couple of groups where I add value because that's my human needs being met. You know, my needs of helping others.
Sorry, Lucy, just 1 second. Andrew, where's Daddy? Daddy, can you help me and just deal with those? I'm on a line. Right.
Just to let everyone know that Lyna's pregnant with her second baby, aren't you, darling? How many weeks are you?
No, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
I love that. Let it out, girl. Let it out. Let your hormones go, girl. So yeah, basically what I was saying, very long story short, is it's amazing to hear that you are building off your profile, because for me, I've built off my profile as well. And like I said, one person in my team has built a group amazing. So the rest of the team think, oh my God, I need to follow that. And it's not the case.
No,
You know,
you've got to find your niche, guys. You've got to
absolutely.
find what works for you. And I think sometimes that's where it's quite tricky and people fall into the comparison trap. You know, some people are like, when you join a business, go and check out this person's page, see what they're doing, stalk that person. And it gets to a point where you're trying to be 5 different people that you don't even know how to be you, and you kind of get lost in finding what works for you and your audience. And it just overcomplicates it. So find what works for you, find who you are, and get the platform that you want to share that on.
I love that. I love that. And you know, it's really funny. I used to try and be all things. As soon as I stepped into myself, my business went fucking crazy. You know, it literally went fucking crazy. So let's talk NMD month. So last month, obviously you were like, it might happen this month. I'm going to make it. I'm going to try and make it happen.
I'm going to see.
Yeah, I'm going to see. I remember that. And then I heard through the grapevine that you were like, oh my God, I'm just going to deal with the pregnancy. Screw the NMD. And then you got it. So, you know, obviously me and you spoke at the end of last month and you were like, I need you on a 6 a.m. Zoom call. And, you know, talk to me about what clicked with you last month, babe, and what you did to make this shit happen. Because obviously my team know that I'm gunning for my NMD this month. Yeah. So try and, if you can, explain to them what it was, what you had to do, the kind of shit that you know, that you went through last month.
No sleep, no food, no showering. That's the gritty of it. But I think for me, the beginning of the month, I was very much like, right, I'm going to get NMD. And I don't know if anyone can relate to this. I feel like it has happened to me every month in my business, where it's not even just a position, but I'm like, I'm going to get 20, 30 customers, 10 team members. And you set your goal, you make, because I make my little monthly vision board, and I put it on my screensaver, and I did all of that. It got to the middle of the month and life happened. Personal things, relationships, motherhood, pregnancy, illnesses. And I got to a point where I was just like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. You know, I even came off of Facebook for a week. Like I completely shut my face. Yeah, I shut my Facebook down because I was really overwhelmed with my own pressure, I guess, and just life. And then I came back and I just sat there and I thought to myself, why do I deserve to be NMD? You know, why do I deserve it? Why do I deserve that? Why do I deserve this life that I've got already? And why do I deserve the life that I still want?
I love that.
And I wrote it down and I said to myself, like, I literally just cried and I was like, I deserve it. So
you're making me emotional. I actually feel like I could cry at that, because do you know what? That's the question. So that question is what all of my whole team need to ask themselves. Why do they deserve it? And that is just spot on. Honestly, you've really got me emotional, babe. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all right. I think it's important because that's where you really trigger that emotion that you need and that passion for the business. Of course, we're all a team and we're here to help everybody, but everyone has their own personal goals and their personal achievements they want to reach. So when I did that, that's when I was like, I've got to work for this. And I had a week to jump 14,000. And I said to myself, I am NMD. I am going to do it. And I woke up every day at 3 a.m. Find what works for you guys. I woke up at 3 a.m. I'm a very spiritual person, so I pray. I woke up at 3 a.m. I would pray, and I would strategize. So what I did is I spoke to literally 50 people every single day. I would go, wake up first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. You'll be surprised who is online. In your messenger, you can scroll across, see who's online. And I would interact with every single person I've never spoke to before. Wow. If I have spoke to them before, I'd write their name down because that's a follow-up. That's not starting a new conversation. And that is literally what I spent the whole day doing, is talking to people, doing what we're supposed to do, but actually doing it. You know, we know what we're supposed to do, but we don't do it. And we don't do it consistently. So I did that every single day. I was doing 6 a.m. Zoom calls. I was doing midday Zoom calls.
Love that.
Because we came together. There was a small group of us, not as many of the girls in here. There was probably about 5 of us who came together and we just encouraged each other. And it really does take a team effort. Without my team, I would not have got it. We came together. This is working for me. That's working for me. Try this, try that. Live videos. I went a bit crazy with it. And one thing that I'd never done before, because I was really apprehensive, is I asked for referrals for my existing customers. So I had a message I sent as a broadcast to all of them, and I was like, oh my God, this sounds really desperate. I ended up with like 10 referral orders.
Wow.
Which was crazy. So if you don't ask, you don't get. It's that simple. But I think it's just really about having your mind set and being very stubborn about what you're going to achieve. So this is not just for NMD, but this is actually for every single position that I have ever achieved, from DD, SDD, SC, SSC, QA, every single one of them. All those months, that's the mindset I was in, is that I deserve this. I'm going to do everything in my power to do it, whether it's by myself, with a team, with sidelines, whoever it is, but I have to do this. And I got to work. I actually did everything that I'm supposed to do. If you go, don't know about you guys, if you've been in the business long enough, I'm sure you've got like 10 notebooks somewhere with notes from conventions, notes from Zoom, webinars, and you write all this amazing stuff and then you shove them somewhere. Never look at it again.
Go find them.
I actually took a day and I sat and I read through some of my notes, and I was like,
love that.
I don't do half of this shit. I've written it down. I'm not actually being a product of the business that I promote. I'm not doing the background work as hard as I really need to. So that's pretty much what I did. And I think it's just a mindset. Mindset is so important. I am NMD was written everywhere. I woke up, I saw it. My son was waking me up in the morning screaming it. I had my partner involved.
Good.
You know, everybody. My mom was like, you know, you're gonna do your ABCs, because she doesn't know NMD, Q, and she always says ABCs. I don't know why.
I love her.
Encouraging me. So find your support network. And when I say support network, it doesn't even have to be people who are influencing orders and team members, but people who can keep your mindset stable. If you've got nobody, pump that in yourself. Self-development. As you're talking to people, you need to have something playing in the background that is feeding positive energy into you. Get moving. Get moving. There was times where I could feel myself slipping. By the second day, I was like, fucking hell, like, this shit is so long. I got up and I just went out, you know, stood in my garden, just breathed, moved, went for a walk, you know, just don't get stuck in the rut that you're in. Get yourself out of it. If it's not physically, I feel like if you do it physically, it helps the mentality, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. You've given some absolute gold in there, hun. Some absolute gold. Now, would you say you've built your business on social media completely, or you have? Now, I love this because I obviously, as you know, as the events queen, I do a lot of face-to-face business, but a lot of the people in my team, like, although I do a lot on social media, obviously a lot of my team build predominantly on social media. What do you think the best thing is for you as a strategy on your personal page? Is it literally just showing you? Is it talking about the money? Is it talking about the product? Is it, because the thing that I encourage in my team is, let's not spam the products every day, because people get turned off by that shit. What's your view on that?
My view is you've got to think about, obviously, you find out what you're about, who you are. I think that's really important. And when I say that, sit down and make notes, or get a family member or a friend to describe you in a couple of words, and just have that there and think about that. But the second thing is, you've got to look at your audience. It's really, really important to give the people what they want. So I know that a lot of my team, well, not even a lot, but I guess some of my team members, you might go on their pages and it's very spammy. It's juice plus all day long, products all day long. Guess what? It works for their audience. That is what their audience responds to. I can't do it. My audience doesn't respond to that. But it works for them. So for me personally, I have a mixture of me. I have a mixture of motivation. I have a mixture of my family life, my marriage. You know, I'm a very open person. I'm just an open book. You go on my page, my life is there. You're gonna see from when I lived in the bedsit to when I got my car to when I got the house to when I got married.
Love that.
And that's what works with my audience. So I give them what they want.
Love that.
However, I do talk about the products. I do have a set thing of, I will share 3 aspects of our results or products or something a day, every single day, whether it's a weight loss or a health or, you know, a childhood health study kind of result, whatever it is. So I do that every single day, and then the rest of the stuff is pretty much I just wing it as I go. Whatever I feel like putting up, I put up. You just got to think about what people want. So there's a lot of statuses that I put up or things I put up that are quite controversial, where people are like, oh my God, I can't believe she put that. But if you look at the interaction that I get, you will be like, whoa, okay, but that works for my audience. So I give them what it works, basically. I need that interaction. I need my algorithm pumping. I need new people to interact with. So I will go up there and put up a cheeky status about so and so, or whatever it is that, you know, whatever is, I guess, trending in that moment.
Love that.
So you've got to figure out what your audience is about. I mean, if you've got an audience full of people who love cats and you're always posting about handbags, you know,
it's never going to work.
The connection's not there. Do you know what I mean? So by the time you're posting the products, people don't feel that connection to you anyway. So they're not, people literally either want to be like you, or they already like you. It's that simple. So give them what they want. So I feel like my page is very much of people who already like me, people who want to be like me or want the life that I have.
Yeah.
So I have a balance of that. I am very, like I said, I love money, so that comes across on my page. I'm not shy about talking about
Good
money.
for you.
You know, the other day I posted how much I got, which I don't do on a regular basis, but I posted up what my income was because I'm very proud of myself and I celebrate myself.
I was actually going to ask you, would you share with the team what you got paid last month or this month, whenever?
12,000.
Yeah. So, and that wasn't a bonus, was it? Your bonus doesn't get paid for 3 months. Yeah. So that's what I really wanted people to hear, is how powerful this business can be. You know, it's the potential. Yeah. And so that's the kind of shit that I want this team to hear, because, you know, a lot of them are dealers, DDs, SDDs that do couple of work from a couple of weeks and then take their foot off, and then a couple of weeks take their foot off, take a couple of weeks, put their foot off. You are so fucking consistent, babe, and this is why I'm earning the money that I'm earning, because I'm consistent. And the one thing that in this group, I knew that would make an impact. So, babe, tell me, what's your goal for by the end of the year? What's going to be your monthly income?
Oh, my monthly income by the end of the year has to be and will be over 20,000.
Love that.
I say that so casually, like, you know, yes.
No.
Keep in mind, I didn't have like a $5 to my name 3 years ago when I first joined the business. So that's like mind blowing. But what you just said about like the SDDs, DDs, etc., like, guys, you can't do that. I've got to touch on that because that's the quickest way to stunt your growth. If you're sometime-ish, if you're here 1 week, you're here another day, then you're gone. Guys, you've got to run with this opportunity. I'm telling you, it's literally life-changing. When people are sitting there saying it's life-changing, it really is. And you've got to think about what is your hard, because I know when I started, I was working all day, studying in the evening. I never saw my child. I was broke. You know, I was tired of setting that alarm, building on someone else's dream. I'd never been on a holiday. I shopped in markets for me and my son. I couldn't afford retail shops. Even Primark was just like a massive stretch for me. So for me, when I joined the business, I had to think about what my hard was, and getting up and doing this business every day, where I actually used buffer for the first 9 months of this business. I was buffering everything because of how my schedule was. I thought, how is that hard? So you've got to pick your hard. But those 9 months, guess what? By the end of the 9 months, I'd quit my job. I was fully self-employed with Juice Plus. I was making like £5,000 a month. So you've got to pick your hard, and you've got to think to yourself, I mean, if you're using social media, for fuck's sake, it's not physical labor, is it? You know, like, just be consistent with it. Have that. If you make this business a priority, you treat it like a business, it treats you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And that's the reality of it. And I mean, some people are happy with that. I'm not trying to force my kind of money goals on you. But whatever yours is, you need to be realistic. If you're saying I want £100, you've got to be realistic. Are your actions leading you to making that £100 a month? If you want 200, 300, 400, and guess what? If you want that steady £100, there needs to be a level of consistency. Whatever income you want,
Absolutely.
It's going to require some. Otherwise, you will get it in April, and then 6 months later, you'll still not be getting it again. So It's all about maintaining that consistency. And I'll tell you something, guys. I'm still being April, May, June are crazy. I joined in March, end of March 2015. I still get paid off of everything that I did in April 2015 because those girls I recruited and a lot of the customers I got joined my business, and they're a massive part of my business. They're a massive part of my income. So this is not a business
Really
where you
important.
have to spend the rest of your life grafting if you don't want to. However, you could put in your effort and say, I want to put in the effort to build my dream life for this amount of time. And then I'm not saying you relax. However, you get that time to enjoy it, which is what I did.
You can at least take...
Exactly. You get to have that time. I grafted for 9 months, and unfortunately, I've enjoyed 2 years of that, flying out, holidays, etc. But what other business gives you that kind of life? So
no, exactly.
You really got to just kind of kick yourself up the bum. What do you want? Why are you here? Why do you deserve it?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, as much as we've got an amazing community and everything going on, it's a fucking business. You know, it's a fucking business, you know, and a lot of people, it's going to be the first time they come to conference, they're going to see what conference is about. And we all know that it's a game changer. It either makes people or breaks people. And most people it makes, you know, but you want to be trying any different strategy until you figure out what makes it work. Right?
Yeah.
That's the point of your message here. Go figure what works for you.
Going.
Exactly. But every day.
Trial and error, by the way. You're going to fall down a lot. And you know what you do? You get your ass up and you keep going.
Exactly. And the days that you think I can't fucking do this, you get up and do it. Like I didn't want to do a live this morning. What did I do? I did a live this morning. Do you know what? I've got a load of people that are messaging me now that I've never spoken to before. And it's the way that I then will go out to them and be like, hey, beautiful, thanks for reaching out to me today. It's really good to connect in with you. What's your day looking like? There we've become a friend. Then I can pull them into whatever, whether it be the business or the product.
That's discipline, Luz. That's what I talk about with my team. It's just that you've got to have that discipline of doing what you started out to do on the days you don't feel like it. I mean,
You've gone, babe, I think.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back now, babe. You're back. I love technology. It's amazing.
No, I've got the worst signal. I'm in flipping Cornwall.
Oh, bless you. I'm so grateful to you for doing this, babe. I'm so grateful.
No,
and it's exactly,
it's needed.
I know, it's exactly what this team needs, right? Because I've got some powerhouses in this team, but they sell themselves short every single month. They settle for the 100 or the 200 pounds when really it should be 2,000 pounds, you know, 5,000 pounds, you know, and they want it so bad, but they're scared to actually just jump and take the leap. You know?
Do you know what I want doesn't get you anything? I said this on a Zoom yesterday. My team were like, oh my God. I was like, one thing does not get you anywhere. I wanted NMD for 2 years. I wasn't doing fuck all to get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get it because I sat there and I said I want it. I didn't get QNMD because of that. Or Essence, you've got to really graft. This is a business of working hard, and it's a business of working on your business every single day.
Yeah.
It's not something you can do once a week. And then that's it. Payday comes and you're gonna be happy, but you've just got to find your why, I guess. And I know it's quite cliche, but you've got to find that pain point of look at your life right now, and whatever you're not happy with, you need to understand this business can get you out of there. You've got to get to that point where you're like, I hate this about my life, so I'm going to take control and I am going to change it. Nobody would have got me out of the situation that I was in. You know, my incredible team, definitely, but I had to take the steps forward. I had to take the steps to believe. You have to believe in yourself, guys. There's nothing wrong with an extra £100 a month. That's what I joined to make. However, once you get that, do you realize you're worth so much more? The whole point of this business is that you are in charge of your income and your net worth, basically, you know, whereas out there in society, you go to a job, they're telling you what your work ethic is worth. They're telling you what you're worth. Whether you're signing on, getting benefits, working, they are saying to you, you're worth £1,000 for working and breaking your back every single day, never seeing it. This is what you're worth. With this business, I know I grafted for a week. I did not sleep. I did not eat. And I'm pregnant, guys. That's not me.
I know. I was like, please get some bloody rest, your baby.
I know people, Liz was like, you got to take it easy. The baby, is the baby all right? And I said, you know what? I'm doing this for my baby. You know, I can see, am I the first woman to be pregnant, for God's sake? Like, come on. Do you know what I mean?
Lyna.
When I was pregnant with my son, I was doing 12-hour shifts. Traveling
Lyna,
2 hours back and forth. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what I love about you the most? And it's certainly nothing that didn't come out in NMD school, is the fact that you are so, do you know what? I've got to do it. You know, and you're so real about it, babe. And I can resonate with that. And this is probably why me and you clicked so much, and we were taking the piss out of each other so much at NMD school. Yeah, because we're just like, well, it's not down to them, it's down to me. But what I wanted this tribe to see, this group of girls in here, because these girls are going to smash it. I know they're going to smash it. They just needed to hear it from somebody else other than me, because they get me all the time, you know. And to see somebody else that's earning £12,000 a month, to these guys, some of them only earn that a year.
Yeah.
So that's a real fucking kick to the bollocks for them today, I hope. And it's a time to just up your shit, you know.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't even know why when you said that. That's crazy.
You're a babe, darling. You're a babe, honestly, and I'm so grateful to you for sharing so authentically. I cannot wait to see you on stage, babe. I know you're going to be on. Oh no, you're on this different day. I know there's a mum's panel either just before me or just after me, and I was like, oh my god, I can give you a squeeze, but I'm not going to be there. But darling, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to love you and leave you there because I know that you're away on holiday.
Rebecca was just asking if live videos work. Yes, do lives.
Yeah.
All the time,
now, actually, can I ask a question on that? So Rebecca does a lot of lives about her anxiety and a lot of lives about products. Should you just be jumping on doing lives about bullshit, or keep it product specific, or what do you think?
I personally just keep it very specific. I do some random lives just talking about anything.
You did one yesterday, right? With your walking across that bridge.
Yeah, like I do exactly. So I do random ones for interaction, but I do product ones and I do business ones. I think you've got to find that balance as well and see which ones get you the more interaction. I know when I go live and start sharing my story, and I always cry, like the interaction goes crazy. So clearly people love seeing me cry.
Yeah, it's the vulnerability though, babe, isn't it? It's the vulnerability, because they're like, oh my God, she's really passionate about this, you know, and that's the kind of thing that we need to be doing, you know, and be mindful. People want to see the personality behind who you are, right? They want to see your sassiness.
See you.
Absolutely, you know.
And if you're not a sassy person, be you.
Yeah,
you know, with
exactly.
Your, whatever you are, just own it and get out there, because you'll be surprised who's watching you and they're thinking, wow, I want to be like her.
Exactly,
you know,
babe.
Oh, I want to do what she's doing, or I wish I was that confident. And then that makes them feel like they can reach out to you. And you'll get the messages thanking you for the most random things. Every day I get messages and I'm like, really? I inspired you to do what? You know, I did a live of my son, you know, painting, and you're talking about inspiring.
You're amazing.
You never know who you're going to reach. So
you're amazing.
They build up your algorithm too. So
yeah, you've got to play the game, haven't you? As much as be yourself, you've got to play the game. So guys, hit the like and love button for me. Like, smash it really, really fucking hard to say thank you to Lyna. And congratulations on your 12 grand this month, babe. That's absolutely amazing. And here's to getting 20 grand by the end of the month, babe, because I'm going for that as well. So smash that like and love button, everybody. Give Lyna some love. And Lyna, darling, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your holiday in Cornwall.
Thank you for watching, girls.
Anytime, babes. Anytime. Thank you for doing this. And anytime you need me, darling, you ask me, all right?
I will.
Love you, darling.
Good luck, everybody.
Have fun. Thanks, Lyna. Bye, babes. Bye.